my name is Haley Jordan, and I am in a program at Southeastern Oklahoma State University working on my master's in Native American leadership. So I'm going to begin this program by telling you a story about my family. This is my grandmother, Jewel Lucas Harrison, and this is her son, which is my dad, Bill Harrison. My grandmother, Jewel, grew up in a large Chickasaw family in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. And when my dad was about 12 years old, she sat him down and she said, Bill, I'm going to tell you something, but I'm only going to tell you once, and I don't really want to talk about it. You are a Chickasaw Indian. And that was it. She didn't talk about it anymore. So my grandmother was ashamed to be a Native American Indian. And the reason she was ashamed is that her mother, Nettie McGee, grew up in the era where the federal government thought it was best to take the Chickasaw children, and all Native American children, and put them into boarding schools. And there they could be immersed in the English ways. They were stripped of their language. They weren't allowed to speak their native tongue. They dressed as the white person dressed. They were taken away from their culture and away from their families. And she really learned to not appreciate her heritage and her culture at that school. She was very much immersed into the English ways. So, in 1982, my mom, who was very fascinated by the Native American Indian, and after several attempts to try to get my grandma Jewel to tell her stories about what it was like to be a Native American growing up in Oklahoma, just no luck there. So when my grandma passed away, in 1982, my mom took her 4 children and her husband to Ardmore, Oklahoma, and got us signed up with our CDIB cards, which are Certificate of Degree of Indian Blood. They're issued by the federal government. And ever since then, there was a man in that office, and he told us, he said, every time that you fill out an application for anything in your lifetime, put that you're a Native American. And so I have, ever since 1982, I have done that, and I have done that with great pride, because I'm very proud to be a Native American. And since 1982, my tribe, the Chickasaw Nation, has grown leaps and bounds, and they are thriving, and they have been under great leadership. And this leadership has led them to not only monetary prosperity, but prosperity for the tribe as a whole, as they've developed programs like hospitals, healthcare, education, anything for a Chickasaw child that is born this day and age. They're exposed to the arts, and they're exposed to the sciences, and every opportunity is available. And the Chickasaws take care of their elders, and everybody in between, from little to big. The Chickasaws have programs out there to help them thrive and advance. And it's wonderful to be a Chickasaw today. It's wonderful to be a part of that community. But not every Native American in our world today is as blessed as the Chickasaws and other tribes like us. It's very sad. The Native American population has the highest poverty rate of any group in America. And to live on a reservation is said to be the same as living in a third world country, which is tragic to say this day and age. The people that had this land, that roamed this land before anybody else, now live in third world poverty state. It is very tragic. They have the federal government on their side, and they have hundreds and thousands of programs from the government, different organizations, communities, and people that try to help the Native American. But still, to this day, we're still stuck in a cycle of poverty. So although those programs are great, those programs aren't completing the mission of helping the Native American become sovereign and become who they are meant to be, have educational opportunities, and healthcare opportunities, and pharmaceuticals, and clean running water, and electricity, the things that we all take advantage. These people that own this land in the very beginning, they don't have that. So despite everybody's attempt to help the Native Americans, we're still stuck in the cycle. So I believe it's time for Native Americans to assist other Native Americans. Because there's so many of us today that are highly educated, highly empowered, that have great skills. We're construction workers, we have legislators, attorneys, educators, anything you can think of. We have Indians in that aspect of what we need to survive. So Indians need to give back to other Indians that are not so fruitful in their lives and teach them skills and help them hold on to their culture and hold on to their heritage and hold on to their pride. Because in this day and age, there's no reason why any Native American should feel the way that my grandmother and my great-grandmother felt about being Indian. Being Indian is amazing, because if you think about it, we were the first here. And when people came over and they took over our lands and brought diseases and did horrible things, that the Native Americans that are still here right now, we survived. Our ancestors were the hardiest of the hardiest. These ancestors were strong, they were warriors. If you're a Chickasaw, the way the Chickasaw explains it is they are unconquered and unconquerable. And I want every nation to feel that way. All the Indians to feel like they are unconquerable and unconquered. I want them to have those opportunities that every American deserves to have. Those opportunities for education and health care and to get out of the cycle of poverty. So the mission statement of the program that I'm in states this. They provide advanced educational opportunity to students through enhanced leadership skills training combined with a historic examination of Native American peoples. The program encourages appreciation of the contributions of Native American peoples to the global society. And that's what I believe should happen. We contribute to the global of the Native American people, not just our core natives that we grew up in our communities. And provide students with an understanding of the difficulties confronting tribal nations and offers foundational knowledge to assist them in finding innovative solutions to solve those problems. And I think that's what we need to do. Since we're empowered and we're educated, we need to assist them in giving them innovative solutions to solve their problems, because the problems are great and the problems are many. And I know it seems overwhelming and daunting to take on a task like this, but if you think about it, everything that the Native American has gone through since the white man came into their land has been daunting and overwhelming. But we can do it, we can survive, we can take tribes like the Chickasaws and know that there is a way. So it's time for us as Native Americans to go assist our Native American brothers and sisters.